Welcome back, everybody, to Update Showcase Saturday. I'm your host, Mr. Spicy, and last week, Colony Survival was updated to version 0.4.0. Well, the devs did not stop there. They have now released version 0.4.1, which does more than just some bug fixes. Starting off with being able to test and see how people were using the new jobs and items in version 0.4.0, the devs noticed it was annoying to watch your colonists craft non-essential items while literally starving for bows or arrows and such. So in response to that problem, the devs have now made it possible to prioritize your crafting recipes. You can choose either low, medium, or high priority, allowing you to specify which recipes get crafted first. The devs have also changed the crafting limits because of how confusing they were. Previously, if you marked that you wanted a 200 item limit on, say, bronze arrows, the colonists would craft that recipe 200 times. However, the recipe itself would produce 5 arrows, so instead of crafting the recipe to produce 200 arrows, you would end up with 1,000 arrows. With this update, that issue has now been fixed, so if you set a limit of 200 for your arrows, for example, you will receive 200 arrows. Of course, there will still be a chance you might overshoot this limit by a little bit because you may have 2 different people creating the exact same thing at the same time. While teaching the colonists how to prioritize their recipes, the devs also taught the guards to prioritize certain monsters. Previously, your guards would target monsters pretty much randomly. This generally applied to monsters that came into range first. With version 0.4.1, guards will no longer waste strong but expensive weaponry on weak monsters. The example given is that guards with matchlock guns will now prefer to shoot monsters with a full 500 HP health bar over monsters with less than that or a lower health bar. The devs state that in theory this should increase your nightly damage output without any extra cost, but of course this will depend on the mix of guards you have as well as the mix of monsters attacking you. Because of those 2 variables, it is impossible for the devs to test all possible combinations, so they state if you see any weird effects on your guards or monsters to please notify them. Another major element of this update is the Colony Survival dedicated server as a tool through Steam. This tool uses the command line version of the Steam client, which gives it 3 benefits. First off is you can run the server on a true server, which means without a monitor. You also will no longer need to run Steam in order to host a server for the game. And the third benefit is you will now be able to automate launching and stopping your servers. The last thing that the devs make note of in this update is that players have been noticing weird, mysterious floating objects in their worlds. Many players were speculating this to be aliens or something involved with a storyline. However, the devs are stating that this is simply a chunk loading error. Well, that is it for this update showcase video. It was short but sweet because we got a short but very useful update to this game. I do want to take a moment to mention that part of my theme behind this game update showcase is that I would like to start interviewing game developers about the updates before they come out. So with that said, if you are a game developer and you are working on an update for a game and would like to talk about it, I would love the chance to interview you. Well, that's it for today's video. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that like button. Also, make sure you hit subscribe and tick the notification bell so you can keep up with all my content during the week. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. If you want to do that, you can say hi, keep up with everything there, or leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about the game update, what you think about the changes to the guards, the changes to the prioritization of your crafting. I'd love to hear from you guys. Well, again, this was update version 0.4.1 of Colony Survival. I'm your host, Mr. Spicy, and thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.